Peace, blessings, much respect, much love. It's your boy, the Ghetto Guru, aka Shango, coming back with another spiritual message. Hope all is well with y'all. Hope you're having a good day. If not, I hope the rest of your day get better. But I got a spiritual message for y'all, so I'm gonna get straight into it. So it's been a little minute since I did a video last time, about a week ago, and you know, I wasn't really getting any downloads lately like that. Well, I was, but it wasn't like anything where I felt like I had to come on and give a message to y'all. But I got a big, well, not even just one download, I got a bunch of downloads for y'all. And it all hit me at once today earlier. And then when I got in the meditation earlier as well, more clarification of these things came to me. So without further ado, I'm gonna get straight into it. So today's video is gonna be happy full moon in Aquarius. Happy full moon in Aquarius. And also the title is going to be breaking down the codes. Did you get the riddle? Breaking down the codes. Did you get the riddle? So what am I talking about? So what I'm referring to is nursery rhyme riddles from when we was younger. You know, we had a bunch of them: Jack and Jill, Three Blind Mice, a bunch of them. So what I got from the downloads today was that those nursery rhymes had a bunch of codes in it, and they relate to what's going on right now as far as like the political race, the energy of the full moon and Aquarius. And I'm gonna break all that stuff down. I had to take notes because I definitely didn't want to forget, because there was a lot of downloads, and I also want to try to get this video out before it starts raining. So I'm not even going to speak it up so it come into existence. So without further ado, I'm gonna get straight into the notes. So alright, so I already told y'all today's a full moon Aquarius, so we already know the energy of that. Everything is in codes. Did you get the riddle? That's the title. So the first nursery rhyme that I got from the download is the Three Blind Mice. If you don't know what the Three Blind Mice is, you can go look that up. You can go read it, the lyrics and all that. But I'm gonna just tell you the downloads I got from that and the rest of the nursery rhymes and how that connects to now. So the Three Blind Mice, right? So for the people that don't know, these nursery rhymes be from real actual events that happen. A lot of tragic events as well. A lot of these nursery rhymes deal with death too, which is crazy because we would learn this stuff as kids and we were singing it, but we had no idea what the meaning was or where it came from. But that's America. A lot of stuff that we get taught, especially as children, we think it's something good, but it actually got a very derogatory meaning to it. So this is one of the things. So the Three Blind Mice, right? So from the historical sense of that story, that really came from the Queen Mary I of England, where she was blinding and executing 3 Protestants. There was Oxford martyrs, and if you don't know what a martyr is somebody that dies for something that they believe in or they truly have faith in and invest in. They're willing to give up their life. So that was the Three Blind Mice is based off of the Queen Mary of England executing these men because they was Protestant in their beliefs. And that's the Three Blind Mice, which was 3 men who was Ridley, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Lattimore, and Cranmore. So those are the 3 men that were executed. So how does that relate to now? So this connects to everything that's going on in the political race right now. So, you know, we all here to talk about Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, who's gonna win, this, that, and the third, there's all type of stuff, right? But this, just remember the number 3, like I told you, about the 3 blind mice. So how does this relate to the political race right now? So this relates to the political election because being blinded by the 3 branches of government. So you see what I'm saying? How the 3 blind mice, what's the 3 branches of government? Legislative, executive, and judicial, right? So those are the 3 branches. So that's representing the government being blinded by those 3 branches of government, which is relating to the nursery rhyme of the 3 blind mice. So that code and that nursery rhyme is stuff in there that we can relate to now. And that's up to y'all to go do more research on that, but I'm just giving you an entry point so you can understand where I'm going with all this. So that's that, right? So we got the judicial, legislative, and executive. So we go to the other thing. This also represents 3 groups of people. So remember to the 3. What's the 3 groups of people I'm talking about? The 85%, which is the people that don't know what's going on. That's the deaf, dumb, and blind. Is that a coincidence that I'm relating that to the 3 blind mice? So that's also the 3 groups of people in this world, which is 85%. The 85% is deaf, dumb, and blind. They don't know what's going on of anything in the world as far as truth, politics, behind the veil. They don't know nothing about that. So that's the 85. The 10% is the people that know the truth and control the world, control all the assets and all those things of the world, and that's the government. And the other third group of that is the 5%, which is the all-knowing, the people that know, and they're trying to wake up the 85% and go against the 10%, which is the government and all these powers to be that control this system in the matrix, which is the earth realm that we live on right now. So that's all connected to that nursery rhyme and the codes in that. So if y'all figure out the riddle of that and figure out how more that connects to that, you're going to be on point about all the things that's going on right now and the energies and everything here you're doing. So that's all with that first nursery rhyme, right? I think that's it. Yep. So we go to the second one. So now we went through the first nursery rhyme. That was 3 blind mice. So now we go to the second one, which is Jack and Jill. So that's the other second nursery rhyme I was downloading. So I'm like, why are they telling me about Jack and Jill? So I went to go look up the origins of that nursery rhyme. So the origins of that was that also dealt with execution, which relates to the political election right now, because what are they doing in politics? They try to chop each other head off and throw dirt and do all this crazy stuff to try to win. So this relates to, it's not a coincidence that this also has something to do with execution as the origin story. So Jack and Jill comes from a story of dealing with execution as well. From who? The King and Queen of France. So it was King Louis, who was the first that was beheaded out of the two, out of him and the Queen. So if you don't know the story of Jack and Jill, they was going up the hill to get some pets, get the water, whatever, basically. Without a quick summary. So representing going up the hill, that was him going up to the guillotine. If you don't know what a guillotine is, that's a sword. So that was for him to be beheaded. So that's what the story is talking about. When you look at the meanings of it, that's what it's talking about. Basically, him going uphill, that's him that's them putting it in a synonymous way of saying he was going up the hill to get receive the guillotine, which was for him to get beheaded. So after that comes the Queen. So she was next to be, before I put that point, I almost forgot. In the story of Jack and Jill, they also represents a crown, they also mention a crown in there. So after he's beheaded, he lost his crown. After King Louis was beheaded, he lost his crown. So then next was Marie Antoinette, which was the Queen. She followed to be beheaded next, and she came tumbling down out of her hierarchy position as well as the Queen, which represents Jack and Jill falling down the hill. So this is not a coincidence, as we see the symbolism and the meanings in it, and then we correlate it and connect it as well. That's the word I was looking for. We connect it to the actual origins and the events that happen, and all of this relates to now, like the King and Queen, beheading, losing the crown, taking positions, going uphill, one person going downhill, falling downhill rather, falling. You could represent that as falling off your position of grace and your position in the hierarchy. So that all relates to the political election as well, going on with Trump and Kamala Harris, because you're looking at a first time where you see a female going against a male in a political election. You never really seen that. It was always male. You heard talks of a female person running, but it never officially happened like how it is happening now. So that story connects to now as well. And also the fetching of the, before I forget that, the fetching of the water in the story of Jack and Jill. The fetching of the water also is associated with the Aquarius full moon, which we are in today and right now in that energy. Because yes, Aquarius is a fixed sign and it is an air sign, but for those that forget, Aquarius is also the water bearer. So that someone in this political party will be washed away for good. So remember, Aquarius is the water bearer. It is an air sign, but it's a water bearer, and it's no coincidence that was one of the downloads I got as another nursery rhyme that has codes in it, and it's a riddle that we got to figure out that connects to everything that's going on right now with this energy, that connects to that with that water part as well. So we got to remember these things and connect them so we can stay on point, and if not on point, stay ahead, 10 steps ahead, so we can know exactly what's going to come, and so we could be on top of our game when it comes to these things. So that's that. So the third nursery rhyme I got was Ring Around the Rosie. So for those that don't know, they taught us this in school So this as children, we used to dance to it in a circle, hold hands, fall down on the part where it say ashes to ashes, we all fall down. And we thinking it was an innocent song, but little did we know that's coming from the origins of the Black Plague that happened, where people were getting this really crazy rash and stuff over their bodies, and eventually ended up dying. So this also represents dealing with children, same as the other nursery rhymes, but this one is more specific to children because we used to actually sing this in a playing way and really used to dance to it and sing along and be in a circle holding hands. So since we were taught this, oh yeah, I said that part about us being taught that to sing along and stuff. So kids, this is the part I'm gonna connect. So why this relates to children, because what are kids doing right now? They're getting prepared to go back to school. I'm talking about elementary, junior high, and high school. So they're getting prepared right now to go back to school. So it's no coincidence that was another download I got that represents to now as a riddle and a code that we need to break down as well too, so we can understand what's going on right now. And with all this political election, the full moon in Aquarius, and just overall. And I'll connect that last one. I don't want to give it up too early because that's my next point. But we're going to connect. We got to connect all these things so we can stay ahead. So that relates to that with the children. And just like the rash during the Black Plague, there is another monkeypox outbreak that's occurring right now again. So that's not a coincidence why I got that download of that nursery rhyme to connect and break down that code and that riddle and how it connects to what's going on right now. So it's not a coincidence that was happening in that riddle of the Black Plague, and then that connects to the monkeypox outbreak that's going on right now. And that could affect the kids, and more kids are going around each other. School's starting again, and it's just a crazy time where things could just happen in a disarray and just have everything in chaos. So it's good for us to know these things and stay on top of things. So the last point on that, when it comes to that nursery rhyme, is just to be on the lookout for your children's health, the immunizations, make sure that's up to date, and to make sure that you're giving them the things that can build their immunity up, and so that their health is where it needs to be. Because this is just going to be a weird, crazy time when it comes to that for the kids. So we need to know this in advance and stay on top of that so we can prevent these things from really getting out of hand or occurring at a rate that we didn't see before, or we don't even want to even see. So just remember that. So that's the 3 nursery rhymes that I got as codes and riddles for us to break down and connect to what's going on right now. So next in my notes, I got also relating to the nursery rhymes is the Virgo energy. So today is August 19th. We're still in Leo season, but we're right on that cusp of entering into Virgo season, which is the earth sign. So Virgo, for those that don't know, that's also represented by the Virgin. Who do we know that's popular for being the popular Virgin? The Virgin Mary. So remember that we're entering into Virgo season, and all these nursery rhymes are connected with that energy as well, going into the Virgo season, because it's related to the Virgin, which is the sign of Virgo. And who do we know that's popular as the Virgin Mary? So, which represents the feminine energy right now that's going on. And like I just said, this is the first time we've really seen a candidate that was a female going against a male to be the next president of the United States. So that's representing all that energy with that. So there's no coincidence that as we're going into Virgo season, the Virgin Mary, that the feminine energy is at an all-time high right now. So this is why you see a lot of women empowerment going on when they're all in support of Kamala Harris, because that is the femininity energy that we're going into Virgo season, because that's the Virgin Mary. So there's no coincidence why you see all this. And I'm going to connect more of people going against that feminine energy that's very powerful right now. So that's that. So that's the woman power and everything. Support of Kamala Harris is going on right now. Now, the Virgin Mary is represented by innocence and purity, because that's what a virgin is considered. Innocent and pure. Nobody has touched that person yet, male or female. But the Virgin Mary is represented by innocence and purity, which is why a lot of men are tearing Kamala Harris down right now to show that she is not as innocent and pure as we think. So you see how deep that is? So it's no coincidence that right now people are looking at her as the one to win and the one to be, and they're looking at her as innocent and pure rather. But with that femininity and that woman power comes a lot of pushback from the masculine, which is why you see a lot of men going against her and saying that she's not this, she's not that, she's not as pure or innocent as you think, going into the Virgo season of the Virgin, and they're trying to take that down, or trying to take that image down of her, the purity and the innocence, and trying to put her in a light of not so pure and innocent, so people don't vote for her or root for her, or have or back her up to win. So that a lot of males are doing that right now. So that's with that energy. So the last point in my notes is your homework assignment is to continue to look up more popular nursery rhymes and figure out how these riddles are connecting to right now, and using the codes in them to show you how this political race will play out during this full moon in Virgo season. So, damn, I actually thought this video was gonna be longer, but because of the notes, but I'm glad I got through it and it wasn't too long. I was able to connect all those things, and it didn't rain. I made it. But that's the message, y'all. I basically just did a little short masterclass. I know when I do these videos, whenever I write the notes down, I bring out the notebook. I know I'm going to a masterclass, because that means that I didn't want to forget nothing, because there was so much downloads and so much information that's really key and vital right now and crucial to understand what's going on right now with the political election, the energies going in from Leo season into the Virgo, the full moon in Aquarius. So it's very important that we connect these dots and know these things so we can know exactly what's going on right now with the energies and everything that's unfolding because of these energies. So just remember those nursery rhymes of Jack and Jill, Ring Around the Rosie, thank you God, and what was the other one? Three Blind Mice. So go and look up those lyrics yourself. There's probably more that y'all could decode from that, because I only decoded what I was getting from it, but there's probably more that y'all could decode from that and figure out the riddles of that and the codes in that to realize and connect how it relates to what's going on currently right now. So go look up more popular nursery rhymes, look up the meanings, and figure out the riddles and the codes. Oh, thank you God, before I forget. Also, besides that, pay attention to people right now and what's going on and what they're doing and what they're saying, because just like with the nursery rhymes and the riddles and the codes I told you to detect and break down that's going on, that's going to tell why things are happening right now the way they are. Also, with your interaction with people is going to tell you a lot, because a lot of people are talking in codes right now and a lot of people are talking in riddles. So don't take anything literal right now what somebody's saying. Break down the riddle and the codes that they're saying to you or that they're doing, because a lot of people are not being upfront and outward with what they're actually meaning or their intentions. They're talking in riddles, and because they want you to figure it out and they want you to meet them halfway. They don't want to just come out and say it. So it's not like a mind game, but it's just like a riddle of just think of Scooby-Doo when they got to find the clues to figure out the mystery, basically. So just remember that too. A lot of people right now going into the Virgo season and with this Aquarius full moon and the energy of that, they're going to be talking in riddles and they're going to be talking in codes, and codes are going to be everywhere and on people and in different places for you to figure out and you to connect to those riddles so you can figure out what's going on, what somebody's saying or what their intentions or what they're trying to communicate to you. So just remember that. A lot of people are going to be talking in riddles right now. A lot of people are going to be talking in codes. Everything's not going to be up front right now just because of the energies we in right now. So just remember that. Don't take it literal. Don't take it personal. Just figure out what they're saying and figure out what they're trying to communicate to you so you can understand how to meet them in the middle. So that's the message, y'all. Peace and blessings like always. I appreciate y'all. Hope all is well. Stay focused. Stay goal-oriented. And like I always say, whether we run, whether we jog, whether we sprint or crawl, because life is that hard sometimes. You can't run, you can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing we could do sometimes is call to our destination. But like I always say, somehow, some way, we got to make it to our destination someday. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. I love y'all always. I appreciate y'all support. Keep doing your thing. And it just started raining just now, so I just made it. So to the next topic. Peace.